Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about chapter triangles, and today's discussion will be on 4-mark question and their solution. So today we have 4 questions of 4 marks questions. Okay, so let's start with it. The first question: in a right angle triangle ABC, right angled at C, M is a midpoint of AB. So from the diagram we can see that at C we have 90 degree. AM is a midpoint of the hypotenuse AB, so AM and AB is equal. C is joined to M and produced to a point D such that CM is equals to DM. The point D is joined to B, see in the figure, and there are 4 subparts that we have to prove. So let us go with the proofing. So this is a diagram, and in diagram I want to continue with the marks that I have already given in the questions. So here first we will consider the triangle BMD and triangle AMC. In triangle BMD we can see AM is equals to BM, that is our first, where M is the midpoint of AB. Again DM is equals to CM, that is given in the question, and angle M, that is DMB and AMC, are vertically opposite. So we can say that the triangles are congruent by side angle side congruency rule, and that what we need to prove in our first part. So in that congruency it also follows 2 things, that is angle DBM, this angle, and angle CAM, these 2 angles are equal, along with DB is equals to AC. So these 2 things we will require later on, and the argument for these 2 angles on the side to be equal is corresponding part for congruent triangles, that is CPCT. Now we have to prove. Now we can say that AC is parallel to BD. The reason is the angle DBM is equals to CAM, that we have proved in our first part, and these are alternate angles. So since these angles are alternate, that is angle B and A is alternate, we can say DB is parallel to AC. And since this 2 line is parallel and BC is a transversal, we know that sum of the co-interior angles is 180 degree. So angle DBC and angle ACB is equals to 180. It is already given in the question that angle ACB is 90 degree. So substituting the value and subjecting angle DBC, we get DBC as 90 degree. So this angle is 90, that we have already proved. Now this was our required to prove in this question. Now the second thing that we have to prove is another congruency of the triangle DBC and ACB. In this 2 triangle we have DB is equals to AC from the first part CPCT. BC is a common side of both the triangles, and angle D and angle C both are 90 degree. So we can say that the triangles DBC and ACB are congruent to each other by side angle side congruency rule. Since these 2 sides are congruent, we can say AB is equals to CD, that is from CPCT. Half of AB is equals to half of CD. We are multiplying half on the both side. Now half of CD is CM. Since in the question it is given CM is equals to DM, which implies M is the midpoint of CD. So half of CD should be equals to CM. So CM is equals to half of AB. So our 4 required to prove is achieved. So this is how big sums are done with subparts given, and the subparts in individual subparts, whichever thing we need, we should mention it previously. Now question number 2. In question number 2 it is given ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB is equals to AC. It is already marked in the figure. The side AB is produced to D such that AD is equals to AB. That is also marked in the question. We have to show that the angle at C for triangle BDC is 90 degree. That means we have to show that this angle at C is 90. So let us move with our proofing. Here AB is equals to AC. That means the base angles of triangle ABC is equal. Angle B and angle C is equal. Again it is given AB is equals to AD. So we can say AD is equals to AC. Following the first part, that AB is equals to AC and AB is equals to AD. Together it will give AD is equals to AC. Now in the triangle ADC, angle at C and angle at D are equal. So from this two relation, that is relation 1 and relation 2, if we add these two, we will get angle ACB plus angle ACD, that is angle C of both the triangles, is equals to angle ABC plus angle ADC. So together both the triangles angle C will give us angle BCD is equals to angle ABC plus ADC. Now we will consider the big triangle ADC. In this big triangle ADC, we know that the sum of all the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. That is angle sum property. So angle BCD plus DBC plus BDC is equals to 180 degree. Now this part is equals to BDC from 3. From our subpart 3, we can say that the bracket part that I have made is angle BCD. So we get 2 times angle BCD is equals to 180 degree. So angle BCD is equals to 180 divided by 2, that is 90 degree. So the angle at C becomes 90 degree, which is our required to prove. So this is how the 2 questions of 4 mark sums we have completed. Now let us move to the third question. In the third question it is given the triangle ABC and DBC are isosceles triangle with the same base BC. So AB and AC is equal, BD and DC is equal, since both the triangles are isosceles triangle. If AD is extended and intersected BC at P, show the following 4 subparts. So let us see our solutions. So in our solution, the first thing that we have to show is congruency of triangle ABD and triangle ACD. So in triangle ABD and ACD, first AB is equals to AC, that is given as ABC is an isosceles triangle. Then BD is equals to DC, since triangle BDC is also an isosceles triangle, and AD is a common part. AD is the common line. So by triple S we can say that the triangles ABD and ACD are congruent to each other. So our first subpart is proved. Here we will need one thing that we will need later on, so we are going to write it now. That is angle BAD is equals to angle CAD. That means our angle at A is equal. The reason or the argument we have used is corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Now we will prove that triangle ABP and triangle ACP are congruent. That is, this big 2 triangle are congruent. ABP and ACP CP. Here AB is equals to AC, that is already given. Angle BAP is equals to angle CAP, that we can use from the previous CPCT, that is this one. And AP is the common side. So these two triangles are congruent by side angle side congruency rule. So these two triangles are congruent. That was our second thing that we need to prove. And here also we are going to do one argument of, or give one argument of AP is equals to CP. That is, our point P is the midpoint of BC. We will follow corresponding parts of the congruent triangle. So CPCT. Now in triangle ABD and in triangle ADC, we have already shown that they are congruent, which means angle ADB is equals to angle ADC. That is, our angle at D is equals to the angle at the opposite side of the D by CPCT. From 180, since AP is a straight line and the point D lies on the straight line, so we will subtract from ADB from 180 and ADC from 180. We will get angle BDP is equals to angle CDP. This proves that AP bisects angle D. And we have already seen that BAP is equals to CAP, that is followed from our second congruency part. That shows that AP bisects angle A. So AP is a line which bisects not only angle D but angle A as well. So from the two congruency that we have proved earlier, we have shown that the angles A and D are bisected by the line AP. Now we have already, to prove the fourth part, we have already used BP is equals to CP, that is from part 2, that is from this line. From part 2 we have used that BP is equals to CP, which shows that angle at P are equal. We know the angles at opposite side, equal angles are equal to the opposite side. So the opposite sides are equal, so angles to the opposite side is also equal. So BPA is equals to CPA. Now the point P lies on a straight line BC. So by linear pair, if we add BPA and CPA, it should be 180 degree. Now since both BPA and CPA are equal, we can write 2 BPA is equals to 180. So angle BPA is equals to 90 degree. So BP is equals to CP, along with the angle at P being 90 degree, we can say AP is a perpendicular bisector of BC. So to prove that an angle is a line is a perpendicular bisector, we have to show both that the line is bisecting the bottom line, the baseline, as well as it is bisecting at 90 degree. Then only we can show that the line AP is perpendicular bisector of BC. So this was our third question. And last question is, the two sides of AB and BC and the medium AN of one triangle ABC are respectively equal to PQ and QR and the median PN given in the figure. We have to prove two congruencies. So let us see the solution. First we will consider the triangle ABM and triangle PQN. In this two triangle, we already have BM is equals to QN. We know that AM is a median and median bisects the baseline. So if BC is equals to QR and AN and PN are median, so half of BC is equals to half of QR. which implies BM is equals to QN. That is what we have written, that half of BC is equals to half of QN, as AM and PN are the medians. So we have used AM is equals to QN. AB is equals to PQ is already given, and the medians, that is AM and PN, are also equal, that is also given. So by triple S congruency rule, we can show that the triangle ABM and triangle PQN are congruent to each other. So our first proofing is done. Here we need the angle. Here angle ABM and PQN are both equal using the argument CPCT, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Now in triangle ABC and PQR, these two triangles we have to show that they are congruent. We already, in the question it is given BP is equals to QR. We have proved that angle B and angle Q is equal, so angle ABC is equals to angle PQR. And also in the question it is given BC is equals to QR. So we can say that the triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by side angle side congruency rule. So our 4 such sums using 4 marks using different methods and congruency rule, we have proved them as per their requirement. So this was the 4 solutions of 4 marks solution, 4 marks question. I hope this tutorial is helpful for you. Thank you.